Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Facebook Live. How are we all? Have we all had a good week? Today is Father's Day, so we had a lovely morning out. We went to a local American style diner restaurant and had breakfast out, which was lovely. And then we went up and saw Steve's parents, and just had a fairly chilled Sunday really. I even managed to get a little bit of crafting in this afternoon, so that was nice. Hey Lisa, you alright? I'll just wait for a few of you to jump on. Evening Hazel, hi Joy. Hey Lisa, how are you? Let me just pop this open and see if I can see comments. Normally can. What have we all been up to today? Have you had any chance for crafting? What have you been doing? Morning to everyone in the other side of the world. Morning Australia and New Zealand. So the Artisan Blog Hop went live on Thursday here in the UK, and grab these. These were the cards that I popped up, so if you haven't seen them over on my blog, that is the Sail Away set. So it's the one that is, oh, nearly had a stamp set avalanche. Just looking up there, slightly worried. It's this one here, which is kind of typically the more man set. I've done some classes with this already in the blues and the, those sorts of tones. But I went for the pink, went for the Rococo Rose. So something a little bit different. And it's Rococo Rose with Sahara Sand and then the gold bling. So yeah, just something a little bit different. I think it's nice when you've got a sweet, a colour like with a sweet, it's nice to change it up a little bit, isn't it? So if you haven't seen those, be sure to jump round the hop, because there's the full artisan design team. So there's 16 of us all together. So loads and loads of inspiration from the team. So, oh, you're so sweet. This is that a Stampin lance. Yeah, I don't think it would do much damage, although it might be quite fun. You could just like a ball pit of stamp sets. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? I could just like pile on you. It's like, I'll try and keep them on the shelf. Right, so I thought I would play with this one. Although I was doing some crafting this afternoon, it's for an upcoming deadline that I've got, so I can't share it with you just yet. But I thought, as it's Father's Day, we'd go garden shed and do something a bit masculine. Had you spotted that one in the new catalogue? For those who saw the unboxing last week, that one was in my box that I shared with you. So I thought we'd get some ink on it. Right, let me turn this around. Oh. I might give that a go in a minute. That is apparently, what if that makes it really bright? Any better? Not any better? Don't know. It was like a flash button. Like, I don't know if it's made it brighter or not. Anyway, right. Onwards. That's my preparation. So I know Jacqueline loves it when I'm not prepared. Me, not so much, but you know. We'll go with it. Let me get my apparatus and a piece of white. That light's really in the way, isn't it? Better, maybe. And Jacqueline's laughing. Like when I come on too prepared, I think she's like, oh no, she's got herself together this week. Not this time. Right, I'm gonna say about there. Oh, I've got my foam. So when you've got red rubber stamps, you don't need the foam mat. So I'm gonna colour it in blends. We'll see how we go. I had thought about colouring in watercolour, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes first in the blends. So I'm using Memento and give that a good pop down. Nice already. And then I'm going to do some of the like extra bits. Let me just grab another plate. Leave that one to one side. And then we'll see what we use of this, but if we stamp them both, then we've got them, haven't we? So these are like pots and plants and bits that are on the side. So I've got like a watering can, sort of daisies, and then a little trowel and some pots and stuff. So we'll use those. And then let's do that, and let's push you a little bit closer so we can get some colouring going on. Love a bit of Sunday night colouring. I'm pretty sure 101 blends are about to come out of my holder as well, so let's see how we go for colours. I'm sure you could do this on a limited selection of blends, so don't be guided by the fact that I pull out every colour of the rainbow. I'm starting with crumb cake, so we'll go with a bit of crumb cake. There might be a little bit, or a squint plant pot, but yeah, there might be a little bit of fussy cutting coming. And I'll pop the crumb cake down. We might want a darker shed, but we'll see how we go. We might want a coloured shed at some point, but you know. Hazel's excited about watching me colour. Excellent. happy to accommodate. Just a bit of colouring therapy. So I'll blend that in. I was thinking with this, it'd be very cool to do this shed in all sorts of colours, wouldn't it? It could be in pastel colours, it could be a rainbow shed, it could be all sorts. I was trying to figure a way to maybe move those tools out of the way to make it a crafting shed. I'm sure somebody will come up with something. I'm definitely going to have a play and see if I can do something with that. And so we'll just blend this in. So it's coming together. It would look very cool in red, wouldn't it? A really bright red shed. I'm doing brown and boring, I think. Well, just, you know, I say boring. Just the go-to colours, I guess. Let's do that. And we'll do a bit of dark on there. Might do a second one. A she shed, exactly. do a she shed. We'll do a boy shed. We'll do a man shed first, and then we'll do a she shed. Right, we need terracotta. So there is no terracotta tile. Kim says, can't seem to watch you on a bigger scale, only the little screen, my laptop more. Oh, you can't, that's okay. I'm fine with you not being able to watch me on the massive telly. I'm happy about that. Right, let's have, I know you wouldn't necessarily have a tiled shed, but you know, don't know. I'm going. So this is Cajun Craze. So when the new blends came out, they brought out Pretty Peacock, Seaside Spray, Rococo Rose, and the purple. Lovely. What's the purple one? Lovely something. Lovely purple. I don't know. Purple Posy. But they didn't bring out a terracotta tile blend because we've got the Cajun Craze and they're quite close. I don't know if that's the reason they didn't bring out the terracotta tile blend, but I'm happy with my Cajun Craze. Oh, it won't let me fill the, oh, that's odd. I wonder if you come back out and go back in again, it will let you. Kim says you can't make it big. Kat says a she shed would be too small for my crafts. We'd have to line them up, wouldn't we? Could have little go throughs. You could have a room for different crafts. Right. So I'm just going to put some touch of, this is dark old olive. I'm not being too precise, but I'm just going along the grass sort of lines. Oh, can everyone else hear me okay? Is it Kat that can't hear and everyone else is okay? Do I need to just check my volume is turned up? Is that better? Hopefully that might be. I definitely wasn't on mute, but I have turned it up a little bit. Okay, Joy says she can hear me. So I've got some of the trees behind. We've got light old olive. The nice thing about the trees and the green behind is you can really just scribble. You don't have to be precise. Blend that out. You and me both, Kim. Kim says can't wait to see the end result. Me too. I wonder what it will be. I feel the wood grain embossing folders going on here somewhere. Right. So we'll do that. Joe says me 3. It's such a nice set, Jacqueline, though. And I know I'm a massive fan of flowers. But when there's sets like this, I bought the koi carp as well in the previous catalogue. And it's like sets like this, I just think they're just something a bit different. And they're brilliant for your man cards where they maybe don't have a specific hobby or they do like gardening, and so yeah, I really thought it was good. I'm going to go slightly outside the lines with that. I think it looks a bit more watercolory. I had the granny apple green in my hand as well, so I'll just pop a bit of that on there just because I can. Kat, you have to run, changing from iPad to computer. Quick feet. I'll go slow for a second. Right, so we want a bit of dark brown on the handle. And handle there. These two tools are all boring and brown. I should stop saying they're boring. I'm just like, you know, they're not boring. They're just normal colour. Pots. We want the pots in some pretty colour. Maybe like... oh, I don't know actually. I'm going to do coral. Light coral. Oh, is it blurry? Let me see if it'll... I'm hoping it's not blurry for everyone. I wonder how close I can get it. I think that's as low down as I can get it in. That's not good if it's blurry. So that is light Cajun Craze, and I used the light Calypso Coral. And then, okay, phew. Hopefully it'll be okay, Elizabeth, on the replay then if it's a bit blurry at the minute. So we've got a wooden... I'm going to just put a darker wooden... Liz is only blurry if I take my glasses off. Let me just check that. That's a darker... So this one is light soft suede. Just going to do a different colour. Surround. And then do the same colour door. Now, I kind of think that you can see the shed roof inside. So although that's windows, I'm just going to put a bit of light crumb cake across it because I think it then means you can see that rather than going bluey or leaving it clear. But, you know, it would just be play around. This is the first time I've coloured it, so it really is just having a play. Trial and error. Right, we want some grey for the equipment, for the spades and the tools and whatnot. Maybe put a bit of grey across the window, and then we want something pretty on the straw hat. So we want oh no, Becky, duty calls, more important things. I will be here on replay for you. Yellow hat. That one that I've just used is the very light yellow, which is the new Saffron. So light Saffron. And isn't she just hazel? So, and we've got some pink flowers, maybe pink ribbon. Maybe a darker. Ooh. Let's put some dark on that. So that's the Rococo Rose. Okay. Right, that is the shed kind of nearly there. So just wanting to add a bit more. And that's a nice thing about the blend. You can add more and more over the top if you want to. You can kind of keep adding the layers and then just blend them in. That's a bit better, a bit more shaded there. Then we want these bits and bobs. And so these are little pink carnations maybe, well they are for today. And again, I'm not being precise with them, I'm just putting dobs of colour on there. And then just do some touches of the dark. You could literally be there all day if you were trying to do that really, really precisely. Green, so I've grabbed, this is a light granny apple green, so just a bit more vibrant than the old olive. And again, just colouring in between rather than colouring precisely. So a bit of green on those stems. Bit of green on this one while we're there. Then we're going to have some bright yellow flowers and some purple. So we'll have the yellow. I know, I've got a whole different vocabulary for my crafting. My ladies are fairly used to me with a swoosh of this and a dob of that and a thingamabob and a whatchamacallit. That well-known dob of colour, right, that. There you go, got purple on there, and then we want should we have the same colour? Exactly, so the bobs and dobs. So we'll put light, so this is the light coral. And then we'll just go in with some of the other one, Cajun Craze. And I'm just colouring on like the shaded lines. And then we'll just blend that out. So I'm going back in with the light. We should have the crafting dictionary by Emma. A swoosh and a whoosh. And these pens are a bit squeaky, aren't they? Sorry. Right, so we'll blend that out. What colour should we have? A grey watering can for this one, and we'll do something funky colour on the next one. Some soil. So this is the bronze. I don't think it matters which brown you use for that really. Whether it's light, that's the light. What's that? Light soft suede. At some point I will remember what colours I'm using. Right, so that's the crumb cake candle. And the smoky slate, and then we'll have a silver watering can as well. And then we want blue, so light balmy blue, just for a bit of ground colour. And I think we're there. So now, so I thought about getting a piece of plain bit of white. I'm going to run that through the embossing folder. That is, we've got Treace's. I might do the new one actually. There's the new brick embossing folder, the good old wood grain one, but I think I'm going to go bricks. So then we can see this one, can't we? So if I pop that on there, I'm just going to run that through the big shot. Hopefully. Maybe that'll be enough oomph on that because I haven't added a shim. No, there isn't. Right, I just need to. I might revert back to. Let's see. I can run this through and it works this time round, then I'll use it. If not, it's a bit too subtle. It's picked up a couple of layers. With the new embossing folders, I need to add a couple of layers of extra card just to lift it up a little bit. So, and I haven't experimented. So I thought, why not? Let's do it on a Facebook Live. Let's see if we can run. I've got 4 sheets of thick Whisper White going through with it now. Let me see if that runs any better. It feels firmer. So I'm hoping. Ta-da! There we go. So beautiful brick. Love that. And we have got, so just a touch of that was going to stick out. Yes, Jenny, I would use the new plate if I had it. So the new plate coming out that will go with your big shot. I'm not sure, it must be out now, I don't know. I need to have a look. I'll put the details up. So I was going to have it maybe on that side. Let's go that side. And then we'll move you up slightly. And I will fussy cut this. Bits and bobs. While I contemplate whether that brick needs to be in a different colour. Thinking it. Jacqueline says, hubby called. I know, shocking that he might actually want to speak to you, Jacqueline. It's like, I'm busy. Right. Get this going. These could be cute on their own, couldn't they? On little notelets or something like that. You could do like little thank you cards, or maybe like teacher gifts with like little packets of seeds or something like that. It could be lovely, couldn't they? Love that. Michaela, you are so right. So a little bit of therapeutic fussy cutting. I feel like I need an evening of like stamping out loads of, like a big sheet of loads of different things, and just sit in front of a good film and just sit and cut all of them out to my heart's content. I would be very happy doing that. There we go. I definitely think fussy cutting is therapy. There we go. I'm just kind of cutting around where I've put the blends with the blue. So nothing specific with that. There you go. Hey Bridget, you're right. Right, we are getting there, getting there. So I'm thinking these will sit like in the front. And that'll sit kind of there and pop up a little bit. And then we want a bit of twine maybe, obviously. Do we need to make the brick wall a different colour? I'm not sure. So I've got a crumb cake base. I'm wondering if I'm going to run a crumb cake layer through and see where is the embossing. I'm gonna run this through and just see what the difference is, because although the white is nice and subtle, I think that the crumb cake might just stand out a little bit more. It is all trial and error. So, have you seen the pile? Angie says, love all the blends you've used. Look. Told you I'd get out loads. Oh, yes. So right there on a crumb cake layer. Do we like that? Or do we prefer that? What do we think? White or crumb cake? In the meantime, I think I'm going to twine. I'm thinking, Angie says crumb cake. I think I agree, Angie. I think that is what I'm more drawn to for this. So, oh, Elizabeth's come in with a white. Crumb cake. I'll do crumb cake, and I'm going to keep the white for our she shed. So I'm going to go crumb cake on this one. And then that means I don't have to wind another one through. So let's do... I feel like the shed is ever so slightly squint, maybe? Don't know. We'll not draw it, we'll not talk about it, and then it won't draw attention to it. Right. Jenny says cake. I'm thinking you meant crumb cake, but I am loving the idea of cake. I'm always up for cake. Right. 1, 2. And then tuck that one under, and that will just hold the two then together. Not that. And oh, it's like a little, the birdie, I'm pulling like the bird trinkets and the key. Could have kind of those, maybe like the key to the shed. Quite like that. Could have that on there. Or what else have we got? Got the cord, that's massive, isn't it? No, that's a no. What else have we got? Sort of tie that leaf on, maybe. Maybe it's a bit heavy. Not sure. I'll come back to that idea in a minute. We'll carry on with layering this up. So let's pop that on the lots of you saying you like the key. I'll pop the key on, and that's from the bird ballad trinkets. So yeah, I think that could be quite nice. I think, and it's the right colour, isn't it, to go with it. Let's do that. I'll get the key. So if I tie that in a... Oh, hang the key on the shed. Yes. To kind of have it hanging there. You know, it's sort of hanging as like a tool. Could layer those up, couldn't you? I'm going to knot this. And then that'll hold it in place so that then I can thread this through. And then tie that round again. It just holds it a bit more in position to be able to tie that without it getting too loose. Froofing about with that. Got to have a bit of a froof with the bow, haven't you? Right, those, and then we want this one at the front, this one at the back. Might need to put some green on that instead of the blue. Didn't really think that out very well. Let's get rid of the blue. Gone. And let's put that on there. I'm going to put green on that as well. As long as the colours aren't too dark, they will go over the top, so we can easily cover up any changes of mind. And okay, so we can then pop that down here. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Right, do we want a sentiment on that? Oh, 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 oh. The stamps are moving a little bit more. I've pulled out A Good Man. That's got some nice sentiments on it as well. So the shed set has: every flower that has ever bloomed had to grow through the dirt to see the sun, plant dreams, dig out doubts, and grow a happy life. And thanks. But I think if you wanted it as a birthday card, relax your way. You're doing a great job of being a great guy. It's your day. Relax your way. I quite like that. If you've got a gardener that you want to... Let's do that. Relax your way. And there. Got a little offcut of white. And we'll just do the sentiment, I think, in black, but I'm wondering. Now, can you hear my cogs are turning? I'm thinking. So this is Versamark. And I might go white. Oh, copper. I'll do white to start with and see what it looks like. I think the white might be nice. Michaela, never. I'm not winging it. Much. I decided on the stamp set before I started coming on the Facebook Live. So it's good, you get to see my creative process. And my indecision. Right, scissors. So we are going to use the big scissors for cutting out sentiments because I can cut all in one go rather than snipping at it, which means you don't then get your such a straight line. relax. I think sort of there, but that ties in the crumb cake quite nicely. I like that. So let's pop that, I think, better than the white with the black. So Jenny, I love that comment. She can smell something burning. It's my brain is aching. To work too hard. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Cogs are returning. Right. Let's put some dimensional on there. And on the edge here. And that should, if I've put it right-ish, I have, just catch over the thread. There you go. So, I might stick that down with a glue dot just to hold it in place. Just where it's got the little key and stuff, I'm going to just pop that into a glue dot, and it just means that it stays where I want it to be rather than it moving around. So there you go. Something a little bit different. Do we like that? If you wanted to, you could add a little bit of sky. You could go crazy, couldn't you? You could add a little bit more. Sort of just a touch of the blue around the top, just to give it. There you go. Ta-da! Kim says you'll make me skin. Happy to have helped. Right. It's on good stuff though, Kim. It's all on good stuff. Right. We are going to... Should we do a girly version? I'm not sure that I'm going to... Let's see. What time are we at? How are we for time? My computer, I was busy creating and my computer's turned off. So can I do that and check? No. Quarter past 9. Not too bad, not too bad. Right, let's do this one. So do the same layout, can't we? So we can, I'm just gonna grab my block. I have time. Okay, offset. Obviously you could use the whole image, that's fine. I was just thinking it's less for me to colour. And I'm going to trim a little bit of that, because that will then layer up on the white brick. I've smudged that, but we'll cover that up. What colour shed shall we have? So we'll have a light roof. That's the crumb cake. This is where I need to have thought this through a little. Let me grab my Bermuda Bay. Why not? Pop you in a bit closer for the colouring. Can you see that better? Jacqueline's head's just blown off. Someone help her. Let's colour that in. Are you still with us, Jacqueline? get this there. Ba, 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 ba. And we can do and just waiting for me to pick that colour. I was thinking pink, and then I thought, oh no, pool party Bermuda Bay will look nice. Let's go. How cool would it be to actually have your shed this colour? I'm sure many people do. There. Then we could have some pink pots. And pink handles. And purple handles. Oh. I've gone over the line slightly with that, but we can just scoosh that out with and what about you? Pink, purple, maybe the coral. Coral. This is the Rococo Rose in the light. And then I'll add some shading. Who says we need to colour the right way up, right? Keep turning the image around. And then we want, I think that hat's going to have to be pink as well, isn't it? So, pink hat. With kind of white daisies, so we could have like just grey and a touch of yellow. I'm gonna leave the ribbon white, I think, at least for the minute. The grey will look fine. I've missed the colouring of the shed in between those bits, but let's go back in and blend that out a little bit more, and then I'm just going to pop some shading down that centre bit. The top's going click, click, click. There. So I'm still going to do crumb cake kind of across the window for the inside. I'm going to try my best to do a little bit of pool party on this, but sorry, my hand's going to now cover with the shading, but I'll just be a little bit of a shadow. So just a touch of that on there. It's coming together. So I think because it's the pastels and the bright colours, I'm going to make the greenery more granny apple than old olive. Maybe even, I'll change my mind, maybe even mint macaron. Is that going to look, don't know. Oh, I don't know now. No, I think I'll stick with the... Oh, we've got a mix of greens now anyway. There we go. I've stuck with the granny apple, but I'm not sure now against the teal. Maybe the old olive would look a bit better. I'll just throw them all on there and then you can decide whichever colour was maybe better. I'm going light old olive with touches of granny apple. Who's to say? We'll throw that on. Oh, you're so sweet, Melanie. Thank you. I was gonna I will give this a watercolour at some point, give it a go. And then the crumb cake in the leaves, in the branches. I still think we need brown trees. I think there has to be a limit, doesn't there, to the colours. Jacqueline's do it darker for contrast. I think you're right. I think the darker the old olive, it looked, the old olive worked better. The granny apple was a bit too vibrant. It took away the pop of the Bermuda Bay, didn't it? So I think that kind of works well. There we go. So let's put some pool party. That you do not need to be neat with. You can just add a bit of blue. And then I will just do the one pot so that we're not hours and hours and hours and hours. Because it's a Sunday evening and I'm sure you've all got things to be doing. Right. Let's do more pink pots. So we're going to have dark pink and purple. I said waited all day to sit. I mean, I'm good for all night. All night crafty session. There we go. So we've got the purple and we need a matching Bermuda Bay. Oh, Kat says Wink of Stella. Definitely. Let's do Wink of Stella for sure. For sure. Let's do. So that the Bermuda Bay is light Bermuda Bay and then dark pool party. Blend that. Who wouldn't want a watering can that colour? And I think we then need, what do we think? I don't know where all this, is it that's making it all shadowy? Okay, should we do yellow flowers? I think so. Just do bright yellows. I'm just doing some scribbles. I'm going to just do the light old olive, just for some touch of green. Some more yellow in there. of Stella is, yeah. Oh, nice. Got a shiny window. Maybe a little bit of Wink of Stella on the tools. And then we want to cut that out. Which stamp set do we have bunting in? We must have bunting somewhere. Oh, I know. I spotted it. I spatted it. If we're going to go girly and pastel colours, we're going all out, aren't we? So let's just cut a little bit of this. That's exactly the one, Michaela. I've just spied it on my shelf. I'm like, yes, above the clouds. So the new one with the hot air balloons. Above the clouds has some perfectly sized, I think, bunting. Well, it appears to be on the side of the packet, but we'll see in a minute. Just kind of cut that away a little bit. It's going to have to go down there because I've got a smudge on the card, so it's not going anywhere else. It's covering up that black mark. They are so pretty just on their own, aren't they? You could have some really cute little note cards with those. It wouldn't have to go with the shed. So this one has this bunting in. So this is above the clouds. And I'm thinking it's gonna fit just kind of across there maybe. Or above the door, like 3 above the door. 2 there. Should we stamp some out and see? We'll see how this goes. It might not look quite right. This might take a little bit more playing than pink. Pink, purple, pink, okay. I'm sure we'll find somewhere to hook this onto. It's got to go on the shed, hasn't it? It can't not. We've got coordinating coloured bunting. Oh, didn't quite cut that close enough. And that bit off there. Oh, gone very quiet. The concentration to not chop my bunting apart. Which kind of covers the hat, but I don't think I mind. Look, I could go maybe across there, like there, and then kind of like that. Do we think? Well, I've gone to the effort of 5, but I think 3 might be the magic number. My glue. Somewhere abandoned on my desk. Always. Right, let's... it's in the way of the door, technically speaking, but you know. Oh, we can kind of, yeah, no, that's fine. Michaela's made of bunting to your shed. I know you've got a real life she shed. It's brilliant. Right. Let's pop this up. We just need a touch of green under there, don't we? Just to add. Let's blend that into the card a little bit. Bunting's cute, isn't it? Could kind of, I don't know, might fiddle around with that to have it coming down that side at some point, but I don't know, the 3 across there is cool. So that's just going to go. Let me stop faffing with that. Let's make the actual card. So let's put that onto our piece of brick that we did earlier. And let's do just the white twine. Yeah, I haven't got any of the coloured ore. Come around a few times. Oh, that's a very long tail. That's fine. I won't faff around. I'm off the page now. So I'm in for a long Facebook Live tonight, sorry. And there we go. Have some tails. Really different with the colours, isn't it? I'm just going to pull that around a bit because it's a bit squint. And then just pop that up maybe on a got pretty peacock. Pretty peacock, or we could pop it on a Bermuda Bay base. Bermuda Bay. I have one of them pre-cut. I think that will just make it really pop. That is really annoying me. I'm not because it shouldn't be there, just because it is being a bit squint. There we go. Put that where it should be. The Bermuda Bay really makes it pop, doesn't it? You could go really bright pink as well. Just makes that pop off the page. And there you go. You could put any sentiment with that. You could have I won't do the sentiment just now, but oh look, she says let's just use this one because it's done. Just down there maybe, couldn't it? It could just sit, I think, just there, because there's no that is definitely empty. Let's do that on the edge. So it's got enough dimension to hold it, but we don't need to worry about the other side. There we go. Done, 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 done. 7 hours later. I hope you enjoyed those. I did. I had a lovely time colouring. So it's such a fab set for colouring, for the men in your life, the gardeners in your life, the girly shed people. You could make it into a proper crafty shed. There you go, all sorts. So I hope you like those. Something a little bit different. Justine says love the second colour combo. It does look really, it really pops in the different colours, doesn't it? You could have all sorts of combos, and then just that brick embossing folder. So I'm glad you liked those. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be back for another Facebook Live next week. So I will see you all then. Have a fabulous week, whatever you are up to. And I will pop this up on my YouTube channel as well. So thank you very much. I will see you all then. Bye.